Hi everybody, I am Marc Grandinetti and welcome to the Grando Show. Tonight we're here at the Fez in Hopewell Township to meet the class of 2012 in the Beaver County Sports Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, HeyRubino.com presents the most watched Beaver County TV show on the internet, The Grando Show, starring Marc Grandinetti.
Grando Show, starring Marc Grandinetti, is brought to you by Mortgage Lending Solutions, providing home loans and refinancing with over 40 years' experience in Beaver County.
We are here with the 2012 inductee, Ed Rose, former sports editor for the Beaver County Times. First of all, Ed, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year?
Well, I'm honored, Mark, and overwhelmed, quite frankly. A great class of inductees, and I almost feel like I want to use Beano Cook's line. Beano Cook was, when he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, one of his lines was, "It just goes to prove if you stick around long enough, someone will give you an award for something." I almost feel like I'm in that situation because it's a great group of inductees. I'm very proud and honored.
You've had a great career at the Beaver County Times. What are some of the most memorable moments of your career as a sports editor and journalist?
You know, there are so many. It's hard to pick. It's almost more people than moments. The Tony Dorsetts, the Jim Coverts. One of the special moments that it deals more with the readers of the newspaper was when Lauren Williams was attempting to go to the Olympics and had qualified to go to the Olympics, and her parents didn't have the money to go, and we asked the readers of the Times if they'd help, and in a matter of 10 days we had over $20,000, and she was able to take, and that says a lot about this area and the people in this area, and that's those are the kind of warm moments that are memorable.
Absolutely. And Ed, what are some advice that you would give some young aspiring journalists out there that looking to get into this field? Well,
it's so much different than when I started. It's in the typewriter days. You really have to be versatile. It's no longer just be a writer. You need to have an online presence. You need to blog. Just to be multidimensional. Just be able to do a lot of things and start early. Do as much as you can and find a door that's open and try and get in there and get a career started.
Ed, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. My pleasure.
We are here with the father of center athletics and inductee into the 2012 Beaver County Sports Hall of Fame, Mr. Sarge Alberts. Sarge, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted this year?
Well, I never dreamed it would happen, being on the Hall of Fame committee for 25 to 30 years, but it's an awesome award, and anyone that gets this award should be very happy and very proud.
How did growing up in Beaver County, Sarge, help you achieve the success that you did in your career?
Well, growing up, my father was in recreation, had the only playground over in Rochester where all the athletes came, and I've been in sports or recreation my entire life till I retired in '93 from Center High School. You figure I had the recreation there for 20-some years. I was the athletic director for 31. I coached basketball, coached golf, and run the playgrounds during the summer. So it's basically, for me, it's been strictly a life of athletics.
You know, you helped Center Athletics get off the ground and get started in those early years. What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome in those years, getting Center to where it, was?
Well, it was kind of a big challenge because they didn't know what athletic or high school sports were. For example, the first year we had basketball, I set a record, 1 win and 21 losses. But we had no senior class. Juniors never played before, and the only kids that played was the sophomores, and they just weren't used to athletics. The same thing with the football squad. They were 0-10. And when the coach happened to be sitting behind the bench, when the coach called for kicking team, only 8 guys went out, and Southside beat them 7-0 because they only had 8 guys on the field. So it was a real big challenge because the kids from Center just had no idea what was going on, and there was really no talent.
Well, you've had a great career as an administrator, as a coach. What's the most memorable moment of your career, Sarge?
Well, the big thing was Braddock was favored to win the state. We were playing up the Civic Arena before 10,000 fans, and most of them were cheering for us, and we won by 1 point. So that was the biggest thing. And I guess the next thing was in '69 we got to the. That was the same year we got to the WPIL finals.
Sarge, thank you and congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
We are here with the 2012 inductee, Lefty Dionisio. He's an official. Congratulations, Lefty, on being inducted. What does it mean to you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
It's a very humble honor, believe me, because there's a lot of people that's well-deserving, and I feel honored to be inducted into the Beaver County Hall of Fame.
Now, how did growing up in Beaver County help you achieve the success that you did, or the longevity of you did in the career in officiating?
I loved football from 6th grade on, and once I got out of high school, I was playing sandlot and semi-pro, and when I got married, my wife worked with a gentleman that was official, and she said maybe my husband would love to do that. Well, I did. It was a privilege to be an official. It really was.
Lefty, what advice do you have for young officials out there, or someone looking to get into officiating? What would you tell them?
Work hard, get in shape, study the rules, and most of all, be a professional about it.
Thank you, Lefty. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we were here with 2012 inductee, football player from Midland, Marc Krivoshia. Mike, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted?
It's great. It's really appreciative being selected, enjoying a lot of great people.
How did growing up in Beaver County help you achieve the success that you did in your career?
Well, from Pennsylvania, where we were at in western Pennsylvania, we played against a lot of good competition. Our record wasn't great, but being on a 4-6 team and still having over 100 offers, that must mean something.
Right. And you've had a long career in football. What's the most memorable moment that you could think of in your illustrious career?
Stepping on the football field in Rose Bowl. That was it.
That's a pretty good one.
That was great.
Mike, congratulations. Thank you. Okay.
Nice meeting you.
We are here with 2012 inductee, esteemed journalist, Mr. Ron Cook from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Ron, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted into this Hall of Fame?
Well, I'm still in shock, to tell you the truth. It's an unbelievable honor, having grown up here and watched, covered some of these legends that are in this Hall of Fame. I mean, I grew up in Beaver Falls, Joe Namath and I. Now we're in the same club here. It's pretty remarkable to me. It's a great honor and one I don't take lightly.
Well, certainly a great fraternity. Graduated from Blackhawk Northwestern. What were some of your memories growing up in Blackhawk?
Well, actually, Blackhawk just came into existence my senior year. I was the first class out of Blackhawk High School. So I followed Beaver Falls athletics more than I did back then. I remember going to the 1970 state championship, Beaver Falls, went to every single game in basketball. Obviously, growing up following Beaver Falls football with Larry Bruno and some of the great names who played there. So it was just an unbelievable place to grow up.
In terms of your career, what stands out to you the most, that you remember the most?
Well, I've been very lucky. I've gotten to go all over the world on other people's dimes. I've covered 4 Olympics, which stand out. But probably the greatest week I've had in the business is my assignment was to follow Jerome Bettis around at the Super Bowl in Detroit, Super Bowl 40. And he gave me complete access. I was in his limo probably 7 or 8 times during that week, including like an hour and a half after the game. So he gave me complete access. I saw a side of things that I never would see with anybody else. And he's probably my favorite person that I've ever covered.
It's incredible. What advice do you have to young journalists out there, to aspiring radio broadcasters? What would you tell somebody looking to get into this business?
You know what? Follow your dream. Work hard at it. It's tough. I mean, all jobs are tough. Trying to get into anything. Now, I've been so lucky. I worry about the newspaper business, even if it's going to hang on long enough for me to finish. So things are changing with the internet, but work hard, follow your dream. Don't let people tell you no. And if you want it bad enough, I think you can accomplish it. And that would be my advice to anybody.
Ron, thank you so much. Congratulations.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We are here with 2012 inductee, basketball standoff from New Brighton, Mr. Gabe Jackson. Gabe, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year?
Well, it's such a great class. You know, one of my personal friends, Dante, Calabria, we actually used to have a lot of serious battles and wars out there on the court, so it means a lot to me. I mean, it's a great, great honor, and glad to be inducted this year, for sure.
Gabe, you had a great career here and overseas. How did growing up in Beaver County help you achieve the success that you did in your career?
Well, back then, I mean, our section AAA, exact number there, but we had such a competitive conference there with likes of Myron Walker from Malaquippa. Beaver Falls had a real good team, Blackhawk. So, you know, night in and night out in that type of section, and you had to bring your A game to the table, and that's what I did and tried to achieve. I was starting on that team as a sophomore. So, you know, I mean, the competition was really, really great, you know, playing against some of the top seniors in the area at that time. So that only made my game better.
You had a great career, a lot of memories. What stands out to you the most?
Well, the most memorable thing I can say I would like to bring up is the Sturrock shot when we were down by 2 points with 3 seconds left on the clock, and I nailed a three to actually win the game, to actually win that title, 13A title that year. So that's probably one of my most memorable moments. I mean, that was, you know, a shot that, you know, you dream about taking and making, you know, your whole career. So.
Gabe, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We are here with the lone female representative from the class of 2012. This is Joy Stewart from Ambridge, volleyball player. Joy, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted this year?
Thank you. It is a tremendous honor to be recognized, to be able to be recognized for something that I absolutely love. I love volleyball. I have passion for it, and for somebody to take the time to recognize that means so much to me.
How did growing up in Beaver County and Ambridge in particular help you achieve the success that you did at Clemson and beyond?
Athletics was huge in high school. I was a three-sport athlete, so athletics was something I did after school every day. And when I wasn't doing it, I was pretty bored because it was something we did all summer. So having everyone around me involved with athletics is what we did. It was very, very popular, dominant, and it pushed us to be better athletes.
You now live and work in South Carolina. What's the main difference between high school athletics between here and South Carolina? Maybe some similarities as well.
Athletics, where I coach at Daniel High School, is very, very big. You have a lot of incredible athletes that come out of Daniel and go on to college. The similarities are very similar in that the rivalries are very, very big in Clemson. At Daniel, we have rivalries with the schools around us, just like here. Ambridge Aliquippa was a huge rivalry, and so is Pickens Daniel. People gear up for those games. They leave high school and still pull for that same team, just like they do here, and they go back to the games, and it's real exciting to watch.
Joy, thank you so much, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're here with one of the headliners of the class of 2012, Midland legend, Mr. Larry Slappy. Larry, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted into this elite fraternity?
Oh, it's very important. Coming from a rich tradition of football and basketball in Midland, it's very, very important to be inducted. People like Tony Dorsett, Joe Namath. I'm very, very honored to be in such company.
How did growing up in Midland, and Beaver County in particular, help you achieve the success that you did in your career?
Especially a small town like Midland, very, very fortunate, not really known at that time, because we had econs like Norm Van Leer and Simi Hill, who won the state championship in 1965, and many considered to be the best. And just trying to come close to what they achieve is really helped everybody. That standard, that bar they set, is amazing. Of course, nobody can reach them, but we came very close.
Well, you mentioned two great ones there. Who were some of the heroes that you looked up to as a child growing up in Midland?
Oh, man, Joe Namath, greatest athlete probably come out of Beaver County, no question. Norm Valero personally was my idol. I patterned most of my game in basketball after him. Rich Maher, great football player, unbelievable player. Jan Samuels, the quarterback for the 1967 team, was one of the best teams I've seen. Herb Lake, rebounder legend from Youngstown, who's from Midland originally. Many great athletes, really, but Norm Van Leer was my idol. I'm so sad now that I know he's passed in 2009, I believe. But yeah, Norm was very, very special. Probably the best guard basketball to ever come out of the Pittsburgh area.
You now live in Belgium. What do you have plans for the future?
The future, I want to come back home within a year back here. Eventually, I like to coach the Midland Leopards. I want to do some things with the cyber community with Dr. Trombato. That's what I want to do.
Larry, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you both. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're here with one of the headliners of the class of 2012, Mr. Dante Calabria, arguably one of the greatest basketball players in the history of the WPIAL. Dante, congratulations. What's it mean to you to be inducted into this fraternity?
It's a great honor. I can remember, I think my father was class of 1985. I was a young kid, and I remember watching him walk down the steps and thinking to myself, how cool would that be to be able to do that one day? And to be able to be honored and have the committee select me is a big honor, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be a great weekend.
How did growing up in Beaver County and Blackhawk in particular help you achieve the success that you did in your career?
It meant a lot. I had a lot of support, a lot of fans, a lot of people that were there to help and support you. Obviously, I had Coach Miller, who grabbed me at a young age and just really thought that I had something to give, and he pushed me and worked hard, and fortunately, through all the support, through my family and everything, I was able to make something and have basketball make something for me.
You had a lot of great memories in North Carolina and abroad in Italy. What stands out the most in your mind?
It's funny that you say that, because the state championship '92 was a big thing, and I still tell people that's probably a big thing. We had lost the year before. We came back with only one thing that we wanted to do, and we were able to accomplish it. It was a big day. Winning the national title as a freshman, and then being able to play professionally for 16 years was a big deal. But I still think that '92, it's a special thing when you're in high school in this area, all the history of sports, football, basketball, whatever, and to be able to say, hey, we want a state title, it's a big thing.
Absolutely. And Dante, you were one of my boyhood idols growing up. Who were some of the idols you had growing up in Chippewa?
Well, we always looked up to Sean Miller as the older guy, but some of the professional guys I can remember, like guys that came from Pennsylvania, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, some of those guys that made it, and reading little stories about them and whatnot. So there were a lot of them. Guys, Larry Bird obviously comes to mind. I'd go in the back shot and play with my father. My father used to kick my butt all the time, and he was good. And all these guys led, and you try to take what you could from each guy and just work hard and be better. And so, I mean, there's so many of them, I couldn't mention them all.
Finally, what advice do you have to young players out there in the high school circuits, the AAU circuits? What advice do you have to these young up-and-coming players?
Work hard. Really work on your skills, on your fundamentals. In today's game, basketball, the fundamentals have slowly evaporated. A lot of guys can't dribble, can't shoot. You got to be able to have fundamentals. I had a guy tell me just recently that will is more important than skill, and a lot of times that's true. And my advice is just really work hard, work real hard.
Dante, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. We're here with 2012 inductee Mr. Bill Parise, Executive Director of the YMCA Beaver County and distinguished gymnastic champion over the years. Bill, what's it mean to be inducted this year?
Well, it's a great honor, and especially with this group of men and the people that preceded us. It's just a wonderful thing, and it's a very humbling experience, really. Yeah.
Bill, what are some of your greatest memories as an athlete, as an executive director, as a sports agent?
Well, I think there's countless. One of my college teammates is actually downstairs, and he was reminding me about the Lobo legend story. We were at New Mexico Lobos, and I think with the building that new YMCA is just absolutely something that I could have never dreamt of, and fabulous. And I think in being an agent, there's just so many highlights. I had 5 kids taken this weekend in a draft, and but I think this ring, James Harrison, the 100-yard run, probably my favorite one. Mm-hmm.
Bill, again, you've had a distinguished career in so many different areas. What advice do you have to young people out there graduating college, maybe looking to get into a field such as yours?
Well, I think that's simple. I think you got to plan your work and work your plan. You got to work. There are no shortcuts to hard work, and everybody wants to be where I'm at, but no one wants to put the time in to get there. You have to do that. So my advice to young people is find something you love and then do it with passion.
Bill, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Grando Show. We'd also like to thank Mortgage Lending Solutions for their continued support of Rubino Productions, and congratulations to the class of 2012.
This program is brought to you by Mortgage Lending Solutions. This program was produced by Rubino Productions, serving the community in ways you haven't imagined.